But the most interesting case of all these tight elections is in Washington. Patty Murray is the incumbent. She's a Democrat. She slipped to below 50% approval rating. As you know, that's not a good place to be for an incumbent. Usually means you're going to lose. But you know what she did? She took her opponent and said, hey, look, he's in league with the Wall Street guys. He worked on Wall Street. He takes Wall Street money. And the Wall Street guys robbed us. Now, she gets that, let me give you a poll here. Of the AP National Constitution Center poll tested public confidence in different national institutions. And the bankers came in dead last, okay, dead last. So she's connected the bankers to the Republican Party, which is only the most logical thing I have ever heard, okay, because they are in league with Wall Street. They do take their campaign money, and they do want to deregulate them. And her opponent has said that in the past. Oh, that if he gets into office, he's going to roll back Wall Street regulations, that he's going to deregulate even further. She's like, thank you very much for that gift. I will run ads on that now. And guess what happened when she started attacking and connecting him to Wall Street? You're going to be shocked. Boom. She skyrockets up. Now she's got the lead, and she's above 50%. It's amazing what happens when you fight back.
I'm stunned that look, I can't, we don't know that Patty Murray looked at these poll numbers and did this, because I gotta imagine there's not, Patty Murray's campaign staff and her Senate staff is not, it's not staffed entirely by imbeciles. I'm certain of it. I'm 100% certain of it. But I love the idea that there's a poll on, that Americans are dissatisfied with Wall Street, and there's some Democratic sort of campaign people who are like, no, you know what, Johnson? Turns out Americans are dissatisfied with Wall Street. Maybe we ought to work that into the campaign. Go show this to the senator. I mean, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Now, you're entirely right. It seems like it's the most obvious comical thing. You know, it's so, I mean, do you know anything about politics? Now, so we're giving Patty Murray credit for figuring out the obvious. But obviously, the flip side of this coin, and the reason we're frustrated in having this conversation in the first place, is because there are many Senate Democrats, so-called conservative Democrats, blue dog Democrats across the country who are running from the issue, who are saying, oh, no, the Republicans will attack us on that, and they'll say we raise taxes on Wall Street. Are you kidding me? If they said you raise taxes on Wall Street, you win all your elections. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah,
and right now, I'm sorry, Ben, just to finish up, there was an internal meeting of the Democratic caucus, and those guys won. The conservative Democrats stopped the tax bill that would have stopped the top 2% from getting the Bush tax cuts, and they punted it after the election. And after the election, it looks like they might win even within the Democratic caucus, where they're saying, hey, you know what, we won't make it permanent as far as the Bush tax cuts for the richest people in the country, but we will give it for 2 more years. That's their compromise. If they win and it looks like they have the momentum, why are you playing this game? It's madness.
Well, at least Democrats looking for a re-election at least ought to be talking about it. Whether the Senate is going to take action on it before the election, I mean, that's obvious that they're not. We're talking about 5 weeks. They should. I agree with you, but they're not going to.
They're not going to.
By the way, interesting little quick poll number here. Republicans, Americans think from this AP poll, 60% of Americans think Republicans will win control of the House. Only 30% think, though, Democrats will win control. So if Democrats stay in control, they won't, but they could portray it as a big upset.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for what that's worth, and it's worth a little bit, maybe it gives you momentum, but look, it depends on what you do with the momentum.
Well,
you know,
I'm sure they'll take advantage of it.
I mean, if their big, bold plan is, hey, after the election, we'll give the richest people in the country another tax cut. I mean, you want to talk about dispiriting your own side.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell are we voting for here?
All I would talk about if I were in trouble running for re-election is Wall Street bailouts were necessary, and then these bastards took the money and gave bonuses. That's all I'd talk about. Yeah. And I'm never going to let that happen again. Ever, ever, ever. These people went out to screw you, and those Republicans want to support them. And if I made a mistake in that, man, that's never going to happen again. That is friggin' outrageous. That's not what they were supposed to do with the money.
Yeah.
And here's what we need. Regulation will stop that. Because you know what? Under my watch, that's never going to happen again. We're going to have a watchdog group that is never going to let them do that.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to be the cop that stops it. Here, just borrow Bill O'Reilly's line, okay? End of this. And say that the guys who want to deregulate want to take away the cops so Wall Street can rob you more.
Yeah.
Politics 101, and it has the advantage of being enormously correct.
Yeah.
You know, and they're giving you the queen, and you just want to give it back. Ben, I don't know if it's going to continue like this for the rest of our lives, but it is so frustrating that they can't seem to figure it out.